Not the one that begged not to be conquered. He's
Is it the elf with the white fur?
him.
Oh, look at that handsome fella.
He is the elven diplomat
Yeah,
here.
it's the elf with
He is representing most of the elves on the mainland.
Is he
All
a
right, we should probably
ranger?
talk to him at some point.
So could we hire? Like, I don't like. He would not be a citizen then, right?
He is already a citizen. He's representing the elves on the mainland, with a majority populace.
All right.
No, I think the elves would like that.
I think so too.
Sure.
I mean, we can talk to him and then see if he has anyone to
You can
Probably
certainly
leader of the Thieves Guild, though.
suggest.
you can certainly bring
Your paranoia is getting the better.
you can certainly bring him into the court.
It's got to be someone like this.
We'll just talk to him.
Is it because he's wearing fur? Is that it?
Anyway,
It's looking pimp. I mean, you can probably read his mind a little bit and see what you find out. I mean, it's.
Also, because you said you wanted him.
I mean, it's a
Always
hidden,
doing
yeah, I
that.
do.
No. So we can do a qualification talk with him.
Yeah. So, what are your
Have
qualifications?
you ever kicked a bunny?
These are very strange questions. I'm not sure I understand.
No.
So, do
We're
you
just gonna talk with him.
do you call him in? Do you call him into the imperial court?
Hi. Right?
who, the High General?
No, the elf.
Ugh, I couldn't talk to him, I guess. Sure.
How long has he been waiting?
He's been here. He was here doing some business with Irolda for some time. You know, talking about what's been going on, trying to relay what information he did know about the extremists, which is not a lot, it seems.
Sure. Sure. We can talk to him.
Let's bring him in.
Basically trying to make sure Irolda didn't have a chance of like kill every elf. Because he's not into that.
You know, that's good. That she didn't do that. Let's bring him in.
He will enter the room giving a very courtly bow.
Oh my.
Zoe flushes at the cheeks.
No.
He is very
Oh.
dashing.
My presence was requested, Your Majesty.
William doesn't know what to do.
William's like,
Raphael leans back, flings. He's sort of, he's balancing on his chair, leaning it backwards on the
So
back
good.
legs.
Just imagine Aren go over and push your chair. Duke. Sit properly.
Raphael looks around, looks sad.
The general is looking at you.
He wants to change places. It's so orderly over here.
like just
change
places
he
with
will-
Laurel, and so it will be good.
Yeah, he will look over to the diplomat and says, the diplomat Sunhaven, I believe. You have been in the capital for quite some time, yes.
Yes, I have. I have been here. I've been here relaying information from the mainland population of elves, even the isolated ones.
Very well.
He looks towards you with a clearly thinking for a moment. Didn't I already make your acquaintance
You
during
sure did.
during the lovely? Well, it started out lovely. Lovely party that was held in the capital a while back.
Yes,
Well done.
I believe that is true. It ended with assassinations and poisons.
Yeah, it sure did.
Hopefully the Empire suffers a little more of those.
We only had 3. We're getting it down. Okay, smiles. No.
Give him a thumbs up, someone.
Now then, was it anything you wished you sought an audience at any point with the ruler, I suppose?
Currently not. I am currently here just as a relay from the more isolated communities which have little hand in the main politics.
Very well. Well, since the Empire is sort of reforming, we have a new council system in place. We are looking for someone with a particular set of skills, and perhaps you could recommend someone to this council. Currently, the Empire is looking for someone at the position of High Marshal.
You better not be needing to roll diplomacy because it probably should be me talking to him.
I think it's more
True,
just
you-
what you say than anything else at this point.
Where was I? Yes. Yes, we need Liam Neeson. Sheep is correct.
Yeah, you just did say you have a particular set of skills.
Yep, that's exactly what we need.
True. No, we need Jason Stratham. That's what we need.
We need someone for the position of High Marshal to secure the Emperor's borders, keep a check on monster populations, save villagers, scout the area, things like that. I'm sure there is a description somewhere. He sort of looks over to all the papers everyone else but him has.
Riff kind of shrugs her shoulders like, I don't know, just kind of pushes her papers away.
I can imagine that the only one who has proper papers folded up neatly is Laurel and Zoe.
And a roll.
I assume the other side of the table has a lot of papers.
Oh, the other side has plenty. Also the general has quite a bit.
Yeah, I bet it's probably just Rifflin and Raphael that's just like... meh.
The Empire has had a somewhat of a problem with not being well informed of certain things happening. We had orcs approaching the capital city without anyone really interfering or signaling them until it was too late. We have infestations of undead close to the city that we're going to handle presently. And some other nuisances that have come close to imperiling the city quite a bit. The position of Marshal would ensure that such things were not to happen. So, the elves are usually renowned for their incredible skill and knowledge of the land and how to track, stalk, and patrol it. As such, the Imperial Council now turns to you, Ambassador Sunhaven. Could you help the Empire in such a way to fill a much-needed position on the Council? And also, in doing so, give the elves a representation in the highest and most powerful political body of the Empire.
With great wisdom, my lords. It is certainly true that us the elves, especially of us who come from isolated communities, are very adept in the wilderness of this continent, and very much so. I can think of many people who could fill this position.
Such a person would, of course, be subject to the cross-examination of the council. We must ensure that such people do not hold any ill intent towards His Highness.
That is, of course, acceptable. Very well. At your request, I will look through the various dossiers I have and bring some applicants here for you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else the Grand Council would like? He bows.
Is no one gonna say his phone number? No.
If Raphael was into guys, he would totally ask for his phone number, but not right now. No, Raphael
He's not
would.
that way just yet.
You know, you never know.
He has his moments, but today's not one of those days.
it's one of the off days.
Yeah.
Raphael will toss him an invitation to the dance hall on his way out.
He will catch it quite graciously, and briefly look at it, give another bow. Very well. I'll be back soon with news of my search, and we'll courtly leave the room.
All right.
I'm gonna be right back a minute.
This is where we need you, damn it.
All right, fine. I'll stay for a little bit then.
It's probably best you go quickly.
I was just gonna let the dogs out.
All right.
Who let the dogs out?
All right, I'll only be a minute.
Other than that, in court, you have some other NPCs that are lying around in court.
Lying around.
They're doing various things. You have Countess Ran of Vendir,
Oh yeah.
who is here right now and soon to depart, unless it's anything particular. Her business was mostly with the Empress, who is no longer in existence. Now I've ordered her.
No, Raphael likes her. He might talk to her privately, if
Sure.
nothing else.
She'll still be around for the next few weeks. There was Sir Hadron, the cultist hunter.
I don't know who that is.
You briefly saw him.
Keep doing what you do.
Yes, exactly. Good work.
Oh, him.
I
Hunt
don't.
more cultists.
He was brought here as a expert who has been basically hunting down the cultists independently to try and work on possibly, if the state would allow, giving him resources so he could have a whole team out searching for them.
Well, yeah, do it.
Cult extermination is good.
Seems like something we should finance, yes.
Currently, the court needs to settle in a bit more before they can, start divvying out funds. But he'll be here patiently and inform you what's been going on with it, as and when you need it. The main people who want an audience with you right now, though, are another 2 people.
Is it the giants?
Yes.
Called it.
Yes, giants, you were so rude. Now look where you stand.
Will you offer them a ability to go to court, or are you going to be like, no, don't come in?
Oh, we will see
Send them
them.
in.
Also, accusing giants for being rude is like, I don't know, accusing a turtle for having a shell. I don't know, it's kind of...
So kind of
You just had to use the turtle card, didn't you?
yes.
Yes. It's low blows all the evening today.
Oh.
In unison, stomping in, having to go one by one through the door though, because the door's not big enough otherwise.
Well, if Aryan can get in through the door, they can.
Yes, but they can't both go through the door at the same time. They're kind of tall and big and, yeah, also bulky in equipment. As they walk in, look to William with his with the ceremonial crown, and will give a bow, which is quite a dramatic drop for a giant to do a bow.
Hmm. Well, it's good that they show respect.
Before looking over the main room, not saying anything, just looking over the main room.
You want to talk to these Malachi? You talked to them before.
I'm done talking to them.
Well,
I have no business with you.
okay. What do they wish to? Sure. Sorry, when I'm quiet, it's because Malachi is gesturing something. Yeah. What do they wish with an audience with the council and the king? Emperor, sorry.
Well, the Jarl will go first.
Mm-hmm.
He will inform you in the far north of Alantor, there has been a lot of conflict between his mighty tribe, which the king kind of like scoffs at for a moment, and he's requesting you formally decree that the Archduchess of Alantor stops her constant assaults, as it's just needless. It's just causing problems for both of them.
Why is she assaulting them?
What does the other one has to say about this?
The fire giant has no like interest in this bit in particular.
Nothing at all. He has nothing to say.
He's not up. He doesn't live up there, so it's like.
Well, why is she attacking him? His lands.
Officially, the land he holds is inside the Archduchess Alantor. However, the Jarl is remaining fiercely independent and not wanting to bow down to the Archduchess.
I think if he bows down to the Empire, then we could probably put
Well,
stop to that.
yeah, if he shows he's an ally to, if he's an ally to the king, there's no reason why he should bow to her.
Yeah. Bow to the king.
So
and
the
keep
question
your-
is, are you an ally to the emperor?
The fire giant smirks. That comes where our joint business is.
Mm.
Where, being we have no qualms, and your lands are mighty.
Mhm.
We believed it to be best. Opening some sort of trade, as it is. As hard as that might be to believe for you.
That could work.
I am not. I believe you when you say it. I have no reason to doubt you. It sounds like a good idea. What do you recommend?
the fire giant king speaks up. Our island is very full of various amounts of metals, irons, coal, great material for making steel with, and in huge quantities. I doubt many people on this land have seen the craftsmanship of the fire giants. Having such, we would trade this for you in return for things we have harder access to.
And what would that be?
Our lands here are they are not fertile in the slightest. Actually, neither of our lands are. The Jarl will nod to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in exchange for
Basically,
organic
goods.
Agricultural good.
Yeah.
Awesome weaponry for food.
Basically, food and silks and that kind of stuff.
food
stuff
and
that you
silks
grow.
for minerals.
I see no reason to say no.
I think
So he looks to the council.
what's the state of our agriculture at the moment?
Well,
Are we in good supply?
Rahal can fiddle with all the papers.
Laura will go through the papers. There's been a very bad harvest in Emerizia this year.
Okay. But this is the capital. We can probably
Yeah.
bring in more food from other.
However, if you go
Empire
other
as a whole.
places, Alan Tor naturally has quite a bad harvest. It's very cold and not much likes growing up there.
Sure. Just as a whole, is it?
As a whole, most places are doing okay. Most places are doing okay with the harvest. Some places are. The Duchy of Quell has had a bountiful harvest this year.
Is there a surplus? Like, are we over what we need? Like, are we storing quite a bit? That's pretty much.
This year you've stored quite a bit. When the harvest season comes around, you really only know the true then. But
Okay. Could we manage the trade quite easily?
Prices rise and fall with the demand and supply.
yes,
Yeah,
Be
but
fine.
it's more a case of, are we going to be able to keep up with the trade? We don't really.
if you can't trade with them, they won't trade back to you. That's all that will happen.
Yeah, we just want to keep that going, keep relations good.
Basically, it would be to open,
Yeah.
Yeah,
allow people to do it.
Because right now they're basically just locking their doors and saying, "No, we're not speaking to you."
We have all our imperial sort of tax walls.
Well,
I agree. Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Sounds like a profitable.
The ice jarl still, of course, requires an answer of will you basically release him from being within the lands of the Archduchess.
You want
Well,
independence.
If he bends the knee to the Emperor,
He already did, though.
yeah, I mean, if he swears fealty to the Emperor, then I don't see any reason why not.
He acknowledges that the throne controls the continent, but not that the Archduchess has right over him.
I agree.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair.
The main problem is, of course, that we don't particularly have control of the Archduchess at the moment. She's still in rebellion.
Well, the thing is,
Technically not. Technically it's peace still, because no side is redeclared.
Alright.
Sure, but she's still those are not lands that we are on our control, and we need to
Okay, I think
take her in and be like, right, it's over now. You can come back. You know?
Okay, alright, in that case then we can probably say yes to the fire giant and say to the ice giants, we will discuss this with the Archduchess, make sure that everything is okay on that front. We don't have a problem with it.
I think we would say to the ice giant that the duchies at that place is quite basically a nuisance, and we're having problems with her, but we are going to talk to her about it because I agree with him on this front that
We should never show that we have weakness or that we have sort of splintering.
I think I think we should just say that we will talk to the Archduchess. Nothing's set in stone
The
yet.
Ice Jarl will also bring, of course, the fact that if he gets what he wants, he'd be willing to open up a trade route. In his case, he doesn't have much in the way of iron, but he does have bountiful amounts of silver.
Oh, that's always good.
Which,
This
of
is-
course,
it's-
you would get silver. In return, he would be able to feed his people better.
these people better, and we have them as allies.
Yes, you would have. They would not probably cause you any problems.
could we get them as an alliance? Have them as a pretty much like a vassal to the throne?
You'd first have to sort out the first diplomatic issue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We'll get the Duchess to get here. Come here.
Right now, he's basically at war with one of your vassals. Right now.
All right. We can probably say conditional yes. We will sort it. And get it sorted for him.
Regardless, we have to sort it. So we will say we will sort it, and we will, make it possible.
It looks promising.
The Fire Giant King seems very amused at the fact that the Jarl is being basically pushed to the side for the moment. He gets what he wants. But,
That's
it's diplomacy. You know, we can only do what we can.
The Fire Giant King will thank you for your wise counsel, and will inform you that he will return to his land with your generous news.
Well, so it will. Well, that will be Zoe's first matter of hands then. To talk to her.
The Ice Jarl is going to basically wait around in the palace until he gets a proper response.
That's fine.
So it will be Zoe's job to talk to the Duchess.
Yes, that is your responsibility, or for you to send someone.
Zoe will tell him with all haste. She will talk to her.
She is still in the capital at the moment.
Well, then that will be easy.
Might as well call her in.
I do not have a token for her, but you can speak to her.
Well, it's gonna be Zoe though.
Yes.
We
a few guards outside the door to grab her.
Yeah.
Thrust her around. We should
Sure, I can
also
bring the guards.
looking over to Riff,
Mm-hmm.
because you had something quite distressing to bring before the council, I think.
Yes. All right. Well, if Raphael brings it to the table, I don't think Riff would bring it to the table.
Okay.
She
that's
won't be.
exactly
Well, she
There's
won't.
no supposed about it.
She won't exactly go like, oh, by the way. She will just kind of be like waiting for the right time, and you know she's not exactly versed in any form of.
Basically, she's waiting for someone else to bring it up for her to.
Well, then,
Yeah,
if,
pretty much.
if that's the case, Raphael will, when the giants have walked out, he will look to the council and say, "Well, then, my friends, it seems to me that there is a small problem. A village close by to the capital has, if I have not been lied to, but by Rith, he sort of shoots her a smile, been attacked and then run over by undead. It seems that a brood of vampires is currently turning that town into a charnel pit.
Well, that's awful.
Riff,
And we need to stop it.
Riff nods and sits a bit straighter up and says, to elaborate and explain the situation. The village is old, so many graveyards, has a keep and a cathedral. The keep is in... Sorry?
Technically a church more than a cathedral.
Church, yeah, okay, right. The keep is inhabited by the vampires, and the church is inhabited by something that is ringing the bell constantly. Around the town is an aura that is distinctly necromantic in nature, and there also seems to be a permanent layer of clouds, probably because the vampires don't want to have to stay in their keep during the day, and generally keeps them away from any form of light, so they can wander their creation at will. The problem that is going to arise if we leave it for much longer is ghouls are there, and they are slowly running out of food, and if, for those who don't know what ghouls do when they run out of food, they generally start eating other ghouls, and when a ghoul gets eaten by a ghoul, then they turn into a ghast, and generally bad stuff happens from there. These are probably all controlled by a brood of vampires, although I only saw one in my time there. And the bell is generally keeping the undead in the area. I have given the word to close the gate, the gatehouse that controls the ravine that cuts off the town from any civilization, really. Any close civilization, which...
Basically, you go through the keep or you swim.
Yeah. So that keeps them closed up just in case the vampires decide the time is now. My suggestion would be that we go in, hit hard, hit fast, and kill the vampires, and then start destroying the undead. The undead do number in the thousands, and if we do attack the keep, I would imagine that we will be counter-sieged by the undead.
How long is it before my hitman is done? Because I don't have any hitman at the moment.
We need to wait a bit.
How long is it?
I believe... Let's have a look. A few weeks. You have to wait.
I mean, how long's this town been like this, from what Riff gathers?
Well...
I got this rumour.
You would say the undead have been out for at least a month, if not more.
At least a month.
It's hard to tell when it started, but you can give a minimum time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say actually how long.
Yeah. Then Riff would say that we, knowing that there are vampires and such and so forth, silver weapons are generally a good idea. So we should prepare before any form of outright assault. So some preparation time would be great.
We should fit a giant fan to the airship and blow the clouds away and burn them all.
Big fan. Raphael will nod and say that yes, it is clear that this is a direct attack and siege upon the empire and its citizens. We are under attack and we must destroy them. Yes, I definitely agree that we need to go there and take care of this. I would suggest, motions to the party, that we try to handle the keep with the vampires. Perhaps a rest or a contingent of the Imperial Army can be brought in to keep the rest of the undead at bay. He looks over to the general.
It is certainly possible to arrange a retinue to go there. Currently, we're still in a Cold War situation where troops are ready to be deployed anywhere, in theory, but we believed North was more of an issue originally.
We could also, of course, trust some of the Volsenbrak Corporation. Some of your troops could perhaps take over the gatehouse and keep it locked down while we work.
I do have a question, by the way. To bypass, the damage reduction, does it have to be +3 or +3 equivalent?
It's +3, flat.
You need 3
Okay.
pluses.
Can't be equivalent, so...
Darn.
But if you have a holy weapon, it becomes a +3 when you strike something evil, and all undead are evil, so...
I don't have that. It's +1 for your ace human being.
Well,
Yeah, that's
you can do like I did,
so-
basically buy a a plus, like a holy rapier.
Right. Wow. Yeah, I could afford just a holy something right now, I think.
Holy hammer. We're not going to be fighting any humans, so...
Right. Yeah.
I doubt it, at very least. So, yeah. Holy Earthbreaker would be great, I think. I'll do the job right.
For your knowledge, for anyone wanting crafted goods, we would need to fast forward 13 days.
13 days.
To have all of them completed.
If we move up and lock down the valley with troops, we might have 13 days. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah.
The valley's gatehouse is already sealed, so it'd be basically it'd be a very difficult siege to get past it already.
Yeah.
Right, but we're enforcing it, more troops.
To reinforce, that can be done easy enough. If you want to set up with a full assault, that would take a little bit. But...
Yeah.
I think what we want to do is the party goes to the keep, basically, and we try to kill off the vampires, cut the head off the snake. The rest of the undead should either fall to the ground because they're not being animated by the vampires anymore, or at that point they are leaderless and we can mop them up, basically.
I mean, get rid of things that can create more undead is a good start.
Yes.
Yeah, generally.
So kill off the vampires and then we hunt the ghouls.
And then once you're done with the skeletons, they can just be knocked over.
Yes.
Unfortunately, skeletons are not easily harmed by rapiers.
Nope.
No. With the feet I have, I can slash with my weapon as well. But
They need bludgeoning, though.
no, I don't have that.
You can't pommel them.
Nope.
So would waiting 2 weeks be really, really bad?
I mean, from what
Or-
Riff can tell, there may not be any town population left at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I mean,
If any
I mean,
more
could
dedicated, they're coming
just
out
buy? Are there any holy weapon, like holy maces or something that I can just straight out buy because I can afford it?
Are you looking for a holy earthbreaker or just a holy
A
bludgeon?
holy bludgeoning weapon, Earthbreaker is preferred, of course, but
Okay. Because I need to check then.
I mean,
Can I have a D100, Jake?
yeah.
Below 20, they have a holy earthbreaker somewhere in stock.
Oh,
No.
well. Then what
Okay.
kind of holy bludgeony things can I get?
Let me have a look what's on sale right now.
Yeah, dude, it's like if I roll below a 20, it's basically like, oh, this guy's gonna fight evil people soon. Maybe we should prepare one, ahead of time.
I mean, I think we could probably say if we take 2 weeks, skip 2 weeks, just so we have all of our upgraded crap, and then, and I'm pretty sure somebody can create you a holy earthbreaker in that time.
I mean, if you go 18...
Well, the problem being that
got
everyone
18
in
days
the
instead of
town
13.
might
You got-
die.
If you go 18 days instead of 13 days, it can be added onto the crafting batch. But
I mean, 13 days, Riff could just put that on priority. Like, Riff can...
you won't finish in
Purse.
time. You would need to spend at least 18k. So,
okay, alright. What, craft?
well, the total value, but you're going off base value for crafting time. So,
Yeah, but then I can just halve that because
That's
ring
true.
of sustenance.
retrieving us.
So I'd have enough time.
Yeah, you could. So if
So,
you're Rift to craft it in time, that's possible.
yeah. I think we should just do that. It makes things so much easier, right?
Yes, there are no holy earthbreakers in stock right now.
No. Should we just crack that out?
If the population is already dead, rushing to it won't matter that much. It seems it's more like we don't want them to run away from the town.
Oh yeah, no, Riff would have just come to the
Which
council
is-
and been like, "Gather, we must save the populace." If there's people there still, so you know.
Yeah, which is because we're basically enforcing the gatehouse, so they just don't walk out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it right now.
And then we can take 2 weeks, and then we strike.
I like the plan.
Did you specify bludgeoning weapons, by the way, Jake?
Yeah.
So, you're currently, that is what you could find.
Holy wait. Fuck yeah.
The holy dire flail.
There's this enormous tree branch that's also holy.
Yeah, basically.
It was
It
crafted
fits
by
with
druids.
Ballard too, as well.
Crafted by good
It's-
druids.
Good druids. Well, isn't that nice?
Can I add my headband then?
If the party wants to wait those 13 days, yes.
All right.
And that also means that all of you who ordered items for the Magisters will be done.
Okay.
So 30-day skip?
13.
13. Alright.
Master of Calendar. You are the Master of Calendar because I forget to update the map tools one sometime.
And now I have 24 charisma.
It's not a bad
20.
Christmas score.
24. Ah,
Consider she did not start at 20.
it's true.
Yeah, I
It's
think
true.
I'll buy that Great Club.
You will buy the Holy Great Club?
Sure.
Okay, you now own a Holy Great Club.
Why don't you just get an Earthbreaker made? I can just make an Earthbreaker.
Because it'll take too long. Magic
No,
Yeah,
I
you're
can make
so
it in
slow.
time.
Magic weapon.
She
I
can
can
craft
make
it
it
in
in
time
less
because
time.
you've got Ring of Sustenance, so she can craft it in the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll totally do that then. Just a holy Earthbreaker.
You can't make horseshoes, but
Yeah, she.
This is kind of more of a priority.
And technically, that would take you 9 days to craft, so you'd get like another 4 days
Yeah.
to do
Oh, okay.
horseshoes.
Which would leave me...
Be 8 days equivalent of crafting.
Um,
So it might actually be done both.
Actually, yeah, I would have done both. Yeah, there you go.
finally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
I'm trying-
most
We've
ungrateful.
not had much time of downtime. Give me a
Raphael,
break.
by our lovely regent, you are appointed at a special job, by the way, during those 13 days.
Oh.
Hey, actually, if I can borrow 5,000 from someone, I can just have the holy added onto my pre-existing hammer.
Isn't that
Sure,
what you
Which is
just
but
said?
better, even.
That's certainly good. Yeah.
Can it be
It's
crafted in time?
it's holy human bane.
Oh, can it be crafted in time? It's no, because then it would take 18 days. Shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Alright.
cut that.
Well, that's true. If we make if we make one, since it's at half price, then we can just like sell it off after, and I can have it added onto my main one.
Mhm.
Cool. So yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so yes, Raphael is appointed since Riffland is busy crafting for the party. Someone has to do her paperwork.
Oh, great. Raphael is great with papers.
So by the regent, you are assigned as doing his paperwork. Doing her
Sure.
paperwork.
That's like a filler episode.
Take
It's a filler
one for the
episode,
team.
Yeah, the wacky filler episode
I
where Raphael does
suppose
paperwork.
then those 13 days, so we would have talked to the Duchess, but we would just do that in
We,
Do that
we will do that
separately.
in the downtime.
in confidence.
We will find out how that goes. So in that case, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do other than their main duties in that time, that is important for the whole group, the party will begin their expedition.
Alright.
Yay!
How does the party want to get there?
There's people that can teleport us there, so
You can be if you have someone with teleportation, which there are people who have teleportation, you can teleport there. You can go by airship, which will take a day, or you can go by horse, which will take 2.
teleportation, instant, bam.
Because the Archmage could most certainly teleport you.
I dub teleportation.
You have teleportation?
I don't have teleportation, but I
The
suggest
Archmage can teleport you.
You
Yeah,
don't
I-
have teleportation? I thought you did.
No, I have Dimension Door,
Oh.
but I've only had one 5th level spell, and I took that for Wall of Force, and generally a good choice.
The Archmage will teleport you there and then give you a scroll of teleport to get back.
Sure,
Thanks.
I can use that shit.
He has one lying around in his bookshelf.
Yeah, he has a lot lying around.
Unfortunately, some of it is now missing thanks to you.
Hey, no, I only took one thing.
No, one particular paperwork is gone.
One particular piece of
It's
paper.
still some is
yeah,
missing.
possibly, in fact, the most important paperwork.
Just saying, Halldamir, it was a correct statement what I just said though.
It's true. Yeah.
So,
Anyway, let's go.
so you go. Any
It's,
other purchases before the party gets there?
Well, hang on.
Yes.
Holy
You wanted
gives
some
plus
Death Ward,
2
right?
against evil,
Yes,
right?
we want Death Ward.
Can the Archmage provide us death wards?
He can get a hold of scrolls for you. He can't make them, but he can get a hold of them for you. You have to pay for them though, because he doesn't have them in stock.
How much do they cost?
Well, if you're going for normal scrolls of Death Ward, they're 4th level cleric spells, which is 700 gold.
Oh.
Each.
I'll
That's scrolls, remember, not potions.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
They get ridiculous.
Even if Sebastian made them.
Oh my god.
What?
You're so crazy about Sebastian.
You know, it's a good relationship. Actually, Sebastian, you can't make 4th level potions, I just realised.
Oh, Sebastian.
Nope, he physically cannot make it.
Well, let's buy the scrolls then.
So does the party purchase
Yeah, sure.
4 scrolls of Death Ward? Or
Yeah.
5
We
scrolls
just
of Death Ward?
pay for each of our own.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. 400 gold, did you say?
700 gold each. They are.
700. Oh, sure. Whatever.
They cost money.
I'm okay with that.
It's like a thing.
700 gold. Yeah. Even for Rift, that's not bad.
It's not the same as buying a resurrection, is it?
It's true. No. Generally, it's cheaper.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't get that.
It's fine. It's not,
Can I
it's
even
not that
cast
much
Death
money.
Ward? Like, by a scroll?
No, but so we can. We can give it to her and be like, can you please just apply this to us?
How many gives?
You can. By the way, you can get that memnotic robe, which gives you another spell. It's like you can store, like you can get one bonus
me?
spell. No, for an oracle.
The robe doesn't give you an extra spell per day, it lets you use a scroll as if you had it on your spell list.
Exactly. So you could get that thing and actually have Death Ward in your.
One
Spell
cast
list.
of it from your spell list. True. Only one.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do calculations in my head, and
Not working for you?
Brain explode.
kinda, because I have so many buffs and crap, or bonuses.
No. Just want to check. Yep.
So, Riff.
Yeah.
You've seen the town before.
Yes.
Where in the town in particular do you want to go?
I think, I don't think we should just stroll up, like, teleport straight to the keep.
Like, do you want to be next? Like, do you want to be close to the church? Do you want to be like close to like the port, like the main road in, or?
What does the rest of the group think? Group, guys?
What? Who?
Where do you think we should teleport? In, like...
I don't know, Magic. I'm adjusting my character sheet to fit the preparation of all these spells.
I'm just thinking, like, where are we... Where do you think we should land?
It's a good distance away, right?
Yeah. Got up 7. He's got up 2.
I guess options, for example, would include those, basically.
Yeah. Where was the least densely populated of
undead?
Of undead, yeah.
Outside the town.
I suppose, yeah. So we don't really want to just...
Can we just teleport to the roof of the keep and just get down that way?
Probably.
Riff hasn't been to the roof of the keep.
Yeah, I haven't been anywhere near the keep.
Then as close as we can get to the keep.
She can get close to the keep.
And then we'll take it from there, I suppose. During the day, of course, even though it's cloudy.
Yes, very cloudy. Very well. Copy your tokens.
Hang on, please.
Yeah, we've got loads of shit to do.
Very well. You can do your shit, as you said.
So much.
Out of curiosity, no one happens to have a geography check, do they?
No.
Maybe.
I have local
I'm looking for geography.
knowledge of local geography.
No, you can't spin this. It's geography.
Geography.
What about knowledge of planes? Like,
Geography.
are these planes,
The
perhaps?
material plane?
No. But, like, instead of hills, are these on the plains?
Geography.
Geography.
Arcana, I hear, is what you're saying to me.
Alright, sure. Yeah.
Alchemy.
Alright, bam.
It's the alchemy between me and a person I met who is really good at geography.
Yeah, what do I know about this area? Because
Nothing.
clearly my check is better than Rithralin's.
Clearly,
Do I have
yeah.
any? I don't have that one.
So no one has geography, is what you're telling me. Excellent.
No. I have not studied
Archmage, you have geography.
He's not here. What are you talking about?
He's
Who's
teleporting us in.
You just tell them.
Oh,
I mean, he can certainly roll a
It's
geography check.
it's like, oh.
He's just
What
like,
about
you
What about
peasants.
Nairu?
Nairu
Nairu
does
doesn't
not have knowledge geography.
I mean, well, the Archmage does know this town exists.
Yes, I know this place.
He also knows, for example, it's a very isolated community, having only one way in and out. Most of its commerce comes from people using its ports. And there isn't a lot about the town that's that remarkable. It has one of the largest graveyards. It's quite old. There is something interesting he does bring up though, which is he knows that the leader of the town was not a normal noble, but instead the town itself actually was ruled by a wizard.
A wizard.
Yes, a wizard held the seat of power in the town.
Here's a wizard.
I said he specified held, not is holding,
Yeah.
because the chances are he's probably dead.
Yeah. Unless he's controlling the vampire. Yes.
Well, then he is dead.
He's also a traitor to the crown.
Yeah, in which case he needs to die a horrible and painful death.
Also, goddammit, arcane spellcasters at that point.
Mm.
That's another arcane spellcaster gone rogue.
Another? There was
Yeah.
another?
Yeah, it was you.
What? I did not go rogue. I went slightly off course briefly. Alright?
That's the
I
definition.
am somewhat done with what I had to do, so...
Just make
I'm
sure.
ready.
Just make sure a token is copied.
I've copied.
Yes.
Ruth went so rogue she was kicked out of Chaos Heaven.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, no, we don't know why. Come on. For all we know, maybe she was just too neutral on the day that Nephis
Too
was
neutral.
crazily chaotic.
There's such a thing as fair assumptions.
I mean, come on, Riff's kind of relaxed is probably in Nef's chaotic state must be like just plain lawful compared to him. So
Alright, sure.
Admittedly, he normally takes more roles of creationist and destructionist more than law and chaos, but
true, but if he goes into chaos mode, you know,
once again, the rarer of the moods, but possible, I suppose.
yeah, who knows? We just don't know. It's one of Riff's life's mysteries.
Yes, life
It's a mystery, indeed.
Isn't life a mystery?
Oh, yes. I should call up the Pope.
Call out the Pope. Okay, Charles, have we?
Luna walks in. What do you want?
Pope Luna.
She's
Pope
not the
Luna?
Pope.
Yes, that needs to be her new title. Fuck High Priest, Pope.
It's true. She's not the Pope technically. More Pope would be the Prince Bishop, and she's like
Yeah.
the person who relays messages from the Prince Bishop.
Oh.
She's the bishop.
But, you know,
She's the
But not the prince bishop. Well, let's go.
Pope Bishop. Second map tools is not responding for me, so I'm having a hard time. Map tools does not like me today, apparently. Admittedly, it has been running like the entire day, so that's not helping. One moment.
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
I think the stream just crashed me, possibly. There we go. Stream, no crashing. Listen to me, no crashing.
You're not streaming though.
No, but the stream is open on my second monitor.
Oh. Is it gonna take long? Am I able to go get something to drink?
Go quickly get something to drink.
Okay.
You can have a 5-minute break. As I just make sure this map isn't going to crash us. Also, make sure if it does crash, it's saved first.
Oh, what hell? Oh, for fuck's sake. I have so many...
What's up?
Like, I noticed that my weapons are not really updated to what they should be doing in damage.
You took it easy on the rogues.
Yes.
You know, or maybe you're just a little rusty. You haven't fought anything in a while.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, Halldamir, you took a -10 on your Arcana check.
Yeah.
Try
to
that. It's like, maybe you've heard of it?
Yeah, it's like a. I don't have religion. It's like, alright, take a -10 on Arcana, and I rolled a fucking 20. It's like, bam, 35.
So Riff studied necromancy, you're telling me.
She's probably read it in a book once, and just
Probably one of the
somehow remembered.
archmages.
Probably. Yeah. The
Yeah,
archmage into necromancy.
Yeah, the Archmage knows every single school of magic there is.
He's the Illuminati. Wow.
You're muted, Manikai.
He does know everything.
Does she know how long
you're gonna go take a
chicken
drink.
has to be cooked before all the bacteria is gone in it?
What?
Yes, he does know.
What has to be cooked? What?
How long a chicken has to be cooked before all the bacteria is gone?
Depends on the size, but generally to a certain temperature, which is generally 78 degrees Celsius. Thank you.
Well, you're a cook. He's not.
78 degrees kills salmonella. which is generally the bad shit in chickens. So.
You might want to go slightly above, just to make sure.
Oh yeah. Generally you want it like in the 90s, but there we go. It's like a whole
You know
different
that there's
story.
actually salmonella on turtle shells.
Yeah, that's why you have to wash your hands after handling them.
Well, you have to wash your hands handling any animal.
Any reptile, most reptiles generally have salmonella on their skin. /cell.
Generally, you just wash your hands often.
Generally wash your hands, yeah.
Okay, so I'm back.
Good habit.
And good news, I managed to save and clear the memory, so it should work now. Once again, a shout out to Grimmith. Thank you for telling us that we can clear the memory.
Yay!
Grimmith even here.
No.
That's enough.
But, you know, we're giving him free advertisement.
True.
Which he doesn't need, because most of our viewers are his.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He has
basically.
like 14,000 more subs than us, so.
It is
Yeah.
regardless. Anyway, copy your tokens.
Copied.
Already copied.
Manikai? Is it safe to proceed?
Yeah. I think so.
It is not simply cloudy when you arrive. There's a full-fledged thunderstorm.
Oh, that's good.
Yay!
Can we
Thunderstorm.
wait a little bit, guys?
You've already been teleported.
We can't exactly choose.
Ooh. It's pretty though.
Wow. That's some freaking castle.
That's future spellhole right there.
That's right. That's right.
That's future what?
We have finally
Oh.
found it, Malachi. This is the place where we can finally store Rith.
Yeah, my chat thing.
The
Chat
knowledge
feed
we
broke.
recovered from the Vault of the Empress.
Yes, yes.
The holding of William.
Well, it's a good thing I'm the good one. I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one.
Hey, Rift's not wicked. Just chaotic. There's
You're
a
wicked.
difference. There's a
Rift?
difference. Yeah.
Rift successfully teleports all of you onto a boat sitting in the port.
Bam!
Arlen just destroys the boat.
Good thing we were like a meter off. Splashed into water.
Jake is copied, but I guess we have to wait for him to get back with those snacks.
I think we can probably just.
Now I want chips. Thanks a lot, Jake.
I think we can press forward without Jake's token being present, can't
I
we?
think my weapons are updated properly now.
The first thing you notice while looking over the side of the ship is the dock itself is covered in mindless undead.